Hello, everybody. Welcome to another inspiration episode from Art Whisperer 88. Today's inspiration is American artist Jim Dine. And what you see on your screen is a beautiful silkscreen print called Four Hearts, which is in the collection of the Tate Modern in London. Now, Jim Dine was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. He is best known for his paintings, prominent during the time of the outburst of pop culture and pop art in the 1960s. So Jim is a painter and he does drawings, sculpture, printmaking, photography. He got also involved in art happenings during the 1960s, and he did some assemblage, and he was a poet as well. Now, in his childhood, Jim lost his mom at the age of 12, went to live with his maternal grandparents. He worked in his grandfather's hardware store, and this is where he was surrounded by the inspiration from ordinary objects like hand tools, and he developed a fascination and respect for them. And so a recurring theme in his artwork were tools, brushes, and birds, a few skulls. He's famous also for his self-portraits of bathrobes. And he stated that he wanted to do a self-portrait without showing his face. This was a humorous response to a question about his subject matter. And of course, he is also very famous for his subject matter of hearts. And he claims to have painted millions of hearts, and I don't doubt that. So today's inspiration is this piece called Four Hearts, and I will reinterpret it as a homage to him. Okay, everybody, I'm going to start with my Sharpie. This is a thinner Sharpie. I'm going to make these random lines. Okay, that's it for the first layer of black lines. Now I will start with cadmium yellow. I'm going to make some bright yellow circles. And some Venetian rose. So these will be random spots of bright colors. kind of in keeping with the spirit of Valentine's. This is Azo Vermilion. And then the rest will be Rose Madder, which is the deepest color of red. So I will finish this off with a wider brayer. Just to even things out. Okay. Again, I will be using my Richardson watercolor paper. And I am using the smooth side. Now, since I'm trying to pick up the Sharpie marks, I'm going to leave this on for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we made out. Looks like a decent transfer. I would say it picked up almost all the paint. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to think of the next layer. I want to introduce some other colors, such as green and blue. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, here we are at the next step. I cut out some single-use stencils. These are copy paper stencils, so I can't use them again. But for this project, I made some hearts or variations of a heart shape. And this is Arctic by Lucas. I will put some little bits of blue. Some lime green. So let me start with the blue. So a good thing about this small brayer is I can work around the closed areas and focus on the open areas. Now I must have added a little bit of water to the bottle because it had been sitting around for a while, so it kind of dried out a little bit. It's okay to add water to make it flow out of the bottle more easily. Okay. You start with the reusable ones. Because the paper stencils will not hold up to being pulled. They usually fall apart. That's why I don't really use them that much. Okay. Now hopefully what's left here, it will not dry on me. So here is the first pull. And I am pressing pretty hard because the application of paint this time is very thin. So there's really not much paint. So I usually apply heavy coats of paint. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we made out. I like this, pretty cool. Check that out. Now, I think I want to put a third layer to make it a little more complex. So let me think about it, and I will be right back. In the meantime, I have a couple of submissions that I'd like to show you. Some very talented viewers. I think they are beginners, but I like to be fair to everyone. You don't have to be an expert or an advanced artist. In fact, I prefer that beginners would submit their entries to encourage them to just keep rolling, keep on rolling. Don't be afraid or ashamed. You have to start somewhere. So sit back and enjoy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little intermission. And I like to show a variety of styles of different artwork. And I'm so happy that so many viewers all over the world have been submitting their artwork for everyone to see. So this is iridescent white, and I cut out some more heart shapes and my own shapes, and I will do a final layer. Now this time I will use a brush. So this adds a little bit of a painterly approach, which is a contrast to the very flat brayer. Okay, I'm trying to work as quickly as I can because sometimes the acrylic dries too quickly, especially if the paint is on the heavy side. Okay. So this is the piece with the second pull, and hopefully this will be the final layer. And I'm pressing really hard because I want all of the paint to transfer. Okay, let's see how we made out. This is really exciting. Check this out. I like that iridescent look. And I also like that the heart shapes are not too obvious. They sort of blend in with my own imagery. Let me air dry this and then recap. Okay, here we are at the final leg of this journey. I am pretty happy with the result. It's not what I expected it to be, but that's all the fun of printmaking, that all the results are a surprise. So here's a close-up. So you can see how the different layers play with each other. And I think the brush strokes give a nice contrast to the flatness of the brayer. So I hope you liked this video. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I always learn something when I do research on every artist. It seems like every artist's life is so fascinating and so complicated. The more that I do my research, the more fascinating it gets. So I want to thank Jim Dine for all his wonderful work, and I want to thank the wonderful artists who sent their pictures to share with everyone. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please check out artwhisper88.com, which is my storefront, and whatever funds I can raise from the sales help to keep this channel going. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time. By the way, happy Valentine's to everyone.